Yeah, it's your boy Tim, and today I'm back with another video on 2K21 about all type of builds, what I'm gonna make. Now let's get right into it. Now the first build I want to show y'all is it's a type of version of an old threat, but it's more of a play shot. But the title is gonna be Slasher, and the way I made this build is with the new pie chart. Now right here I'm gonna get into making it. Now the new pie chart, I was looking around, and after seeing a couple Mike Wing patches, I knew what I was gonna make. I was looking around all through the pie charts, and to me, I feel like the best pie chart is this newer one, is this more blue one. Now keep in mind, you only get Hall of Fame finishing badges with this one, but it's gonna come out good stats. Now this build, I like the ISO, so I'm gonna build it in terms of ISO, but you can also use screens with it. Nothing wrong with screens at all, guys. I just prefer having a shooting big and dribbling, seeing how good I can go against the guard. There's a few good defenders out there. But in my opinion, we're gonna max out the playmaking, get 15, because all I really need is 15 unless you don't think your big can shoot. Because I focus on defense, because imagine getting hit by a screen. Fat screens too that are gonna probably destroy any type of build that's not really defensive. And this isn't a defensive type build, it doesn't get Hall of Fame defensive badges. So going against a big with brick wall is gonna suck horribly. Like horribly bad. And it might cause a mismatch, unless screens are fixed. We'll have to find out. Now me myself, I went 15, but I went 13 for people who don't think the bigs need diamond like that. I feel like build's the best player size, and 6'5" is really get high. And I went lowest weight because I want the most speed possible. That's not ISOing, or close to low weight at least. And with me, I went up in the wingspan, because look at that, you get small contact dunks off rip, because to get the elite ones is 85 driving dunk. But those are fine too. I can get to 96. Now this build here, you can get 4 takeover, slasher, lock, all of that. I chose lock take because lock take's amazing. It's gonna help you with all type of builds, because like I said, you're not a defensive build. But on to the next build. Now this build right here, it's more of another experimental build. This is more of a two-way build. I guess you could compare it to a prim lock maybe. So I'll get into it. Well, the title will be a two-way three-point facilitator, if you remember that build, or a prim lock, how you build it. But so I maxed out the shooting because I don't really care for shooting badges like that. I think I can get away with about 12. 3 finishing because the fancy is still pretty good. And I maxed out the shooting to a perfect amount to where I got at least 15 shooting badges. Upgraded my ball handling to get 13 playmaking. That's enough for your quick first step, your bailout, your unpluckable. And I move it around a bit. Now I was thinking about this. This is one way you could build it. And I was looking at it and I was saying, I could get more, I could build this better. So what I did is I took away some shooting badges, upgraded the defense even more, took away a little bit more of the playmaking, because again I'm ISOing, so I might need only 12. Unless I get stuck, then I'm going to use my bronze bailout. Then I took out a little bit more shooting to get more defensive, because 18 defensive badges is going to help out in this. 3 finishing is good too. I'm going to choose build to Burley because it helps me get bigger, I should say. I feel like it helps. What do you guys think? I feel like it helps out a lot with size. That's never been tested actually, I'm curious. Now, this year I'm looking at it, lowest wingspan isn't really the wave either, so there's no point of that. I kept my wingspan in the middle. You can get play take if you want a speed boost, a little bit off the rip. Lock take if you don't really care for it. It depends how you feel with the build. Now on to the next build. The next build I'm going to show you guys is the small forward. Now the small forward, I feel like it's going to make a big difference now that it's 6'10". But I'm going to show you a pure point forward. Now here's the thing with the pure point forwards this year for everybody who likes to dribble. They're different. Because remember back on the other 2K, you didn't get an 85 ball control being 6'7". I'm going to choose 6'8" because I'm going to have Hall of Fame quick first step if I make this build right here. I'm going to get a little bit of finishing because you're going to need finishing somewhere. I'm going to get about 12 shooting badges because that's really all that's really necessary is 12. I'm going to upgrade my defense as much as possible. This is basically a two-way point forward. Like imagine being 6'8", still kind of fast, and being able to guard ball on top of that, because that's what I don't really like about the regular old threats, because if you're going against ISO and a build bigger, they're going to get dominated, you know? Now on top of that, I went with 6'8" with this build. I was looking at 6'7", it's like, I have Hall of Fame quick first step, so I'm going to go 6'8", because it seems pretty much the perfect balance. But if you guys want 6'7" to have the 85 ball control, that's all you. Now I'm going to go lower weight because I want a faster boost. And then I'm looking at wingspan. I really would not max out the wingspan at all, guys. So I kept it in the middle because Mike Wing said you want at least a 73 to shoot somewhat consistently. But on top of that, they're not even thinking about the 5% boost or the right stick boost. So I feel like you can get away with a 64-3, but that's all you. Now I'm gonna go back again. And one of the builds that hurt me the most was the play glass. I sat here, went through, tried to find out how I'm gonna build the play glass. I studied it down, calculated. Maybe if I added a little bit more finishing, it would help. Maybe if I somehow have one finishing, it'll be a better build. But what I'm looking at here is you can't be a 6'8" power forward anymore because look at how bad they did the 3. A 50-something 3 trying to ISO, that's impossible. People are just gonna sag. Now on top of that, I'm sitting here studying, I'm looking around, and I tried everything, guys. Like I tried to break it down as much as possible, see some type of balance, maybe getting some type of finishing. And I don't think play glasses are going to be it this year. I don't think they're going to help out at all. I tried taking off close shot, putting more defense, because I feel like if they buff defense, it's going to be a very defensive based game. It's just a copy and paste of 20 with a couple badge patches. I really did current gen kind of wrong, because this is going to be like 2K14 going from 360 blacktop to next gen playing in park. Tell me guys in the comment section if you guys ever played blacktop more for 14 or if you went to current next gen and you played the new park. But I'm still studying, going around, and to be honest guys, you can't really make a play glass this year unless you're going to be like a shorter power forward, but then it would take away the point. I feel like the best builds in this game is going to be Steezo. Steezo made a playmaking shot creator with Loctite. That's going to be crazy. Lamonsa made the new version of two-way slash a playmaker. That's going to be crazy. Grinding made a great build. Power made a great build. I was looking at the post scores, and I don't really want to be 7-3 because I'm going to be on more than the ones. And they're probably going to end up nerfing post 6 at this point. I hope so, at least. Because I was checking out Pogo, and it got a little bit of a nerf. Intimidator got a fat nerf, because if I'm telling you the difference from what I can see. Now I'm going to go back to the small forward, and I'm going to test out the pure red again, because last year I had a multi-position defender. I love that build. Can guard ball, shoot the corner consistently mid, and contact dunks. The only difference is, my version of it you guys probably wouldn't like, because I chose playmaking badges and got one finishing with the contact dunk because I wanted to be faster than the big. So I went with the more inside-based one. Upgraded the shooting, because this year pure reds get 5 shooting badges. And what you guys have to understand is there's no quick draw this year. So that 5 could go into gold corner, a hot zone, and maybe bronze catch and shoot with it too. That'd be a beautiful combo. But this build's here for defense. I'm making builds that can play off the roll. Now for what I always know, every time 2K hits patch 6 where they do a shooting update, something always goes wrong. It's going to go back to being pure reds or two-ways again for all we know. But I trust Mike Wing this time. He said he's going to do a hot fix. And from personal experience of trying to shoot around with a 50-something 3, I was not hitting a thing. Also, leave me in the comment section if you guys are going to have bar on or off. I'm going to have it off no matter what. That new bar is not it. Like I saw a clip on TikTok the other day. This guy hitting green full court shots with that bar. And it's just like, nah, bro. I don't want it. Now, on top of that, I feel like with this multi-position, I'm going to go max wingspan if you do make it, because, I mean, you're here for defense. That's just your role. You can go back to the corner, maybe set the screen for the old threat or whatever you're running with. Another build I want to show you guys is this new rebounding wing with this new pie chart. Now, here's the thing about this pie chart right here. I feel like it's a guarding ball pie chart. It's not for playing big, because look at the stats. Unless, well, there's a way you can play big with it, but it's not that. I feel like the best version of this pie chart, because you only get Hall of Fame defensive badges with this new pie chart, because it's more red than anything. It's to guard a ball, play corner or wing, and become catch and shoot with that. That's what my personal opinion with this pie chart is you play your role. You guard ball up the court, go back, run with a nice guard that's either ISOing or an O threat, running with some type of inside big, space the floor out. Because I feel like this game again is going to be based off of either O threats running with some type of pure red or something, or two ways ISOing. Because every build has its own type of counter, except for the two-way slash playmaker. They nerfed that like pretty bad, but it's still going to be really good. Now me myself, I feel like 6'7" is the best height after studying this build down with this new pie chart. 6'7" is a wonderful height. I don't recommend playing big with this at all because it's not really the wave with this new pie chart. I'll get into the next pie chart here, which is the more balanced rebounding wing build afterwards, and I'll show you one of the best comp builds ever. Shout out to my friend Yastrea, which is his Instagram, who put me onto this build. It's a really lovely build. You can build it multiple ways, and go check him out too on IG. So I'm still studying this build, and you can go max wingspan here to be more of the defensive. If I would make this build, I would go max wingspan. But if you really want sharp take with this type of pie chart, go down 1, and there's your sharp take. That's how you get sharp take right there. It's just going down 1. There's a difference. Don't go too far down because you're guarding ball still, so you still want to have the closest amount of wingspan to bully a build. Now this next pie chart I'm going to show you is another rebounding wing, like I said earlier. So I'm going to get into it. Break it down to the regular red and green. Now this pie chart here, you get Hall of Fame shooting and defensive. Now this is my personal idea. This is going to be the best big build. Rebounding wings are going to take over the game because people are making shooting glass locks again, and those are 6'10". So why not just make a 6'10" rebounding wing and do the same thing but faster and stronger? Now here's the thing to notice in my builds: I never choose strengths because I don't think strength matters like that. If I have the badges to back it up, because even on my pure red I didn't choose strength or any of my 2 ways. I chose speed because I always wanted to be the fastest possible to cause a mismatch for the center. Now here I'm 6'10", because 6'10" glass locks are the same thing as rebounding wing, but the rebounding wing is going to be faster. Now you can go max weight if you want to play the big, max wingspan. This is how you're going to play the big with this build right here. Max wingspan, max weight, all that. Or you cannot touch it. Or, I don't really recommend, but if you're tough like that, you can go down 1 and get your sharp take. Anyway guys, that'll be the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Please like, follow, and subscribe. And it's your boy Adsim with another video, and I'm out.